Hello everyone, and we are back with another Dev Diary of August 2023, or Devlog of September 1st. Welcome to the August Development Update. In this blog post, the team will be sharing some exciting announcements as well as providing more progress on both Update 8 and Update 9. That's right, a digital art book and mini soundtrack will be released into Steam later this year to coincide with one of our next major updates. Whether you'd like to appreciate the work of our artists or listen to some Jurassic jams, we'll have you covered. Over 100 pages of concept art and insight to the development process, exploring not just animals but guests, structures, and more. Includes artist interviews, notes, and exclusive artwork. Let's take a look. The two crested lizard and Dryosaurus the tree lizard. Mutaborosaurus. And here it already shows the 3 skins, and it's like also the 3D breakdown. A walk in the park. Music from Prehistoric Kingdom. 30 minutes of music from challenge mode, the animal nursery, and opening tutorial. 15 tracks, including 4 bonus map melodies, updated arrangements for challenge mode tracks. Yeah, ever since the hurricane, internet's just been wonky. But I'll put a link to it for those who want to listen to it. But until then, eligible backers and early adopters from both Kickstarter and Creativo will receive Steam keys to redeem their goods once available. Stay tuned for information regarding pricing, keys, and release dates. So basically, if you got like the alpha pack, like I did, then you'll get this as well. But of course, later on they'll bring up information of the pricing, keys, and release dates. But yeah, where we're at. Before talking about animals in Update 8, let's quickly discuss how things are going. To start, there have been a bunch of under-the-hood improvements to improve the game's stability across the board, with many hopefully going on to address numerous crash reports. Guests have also been further improved. Guests have also been further improved since last month, now including a fully complete queuing system and more fluid navigation. This means that your visitors should be less likely to clump up and must patiently wait their turn to use interaction points. Imagine a conveyor belt, but for humans. In basically every area, guests are vastly more robust, and as a result, the economy should be much more stable too. So let's take a look. Oh yeah, there's that long line. However, if that were me, I probably wouldn't wait in this long line, and I would just look over some stuff and come back maybe later when the line's small. It might surprise you, but all this work on guests is actually being done in preparation for staff. We're not quite ready to publicly talk about our plans for staff yet, but from a development perspective, staff are functionally just special guests with some unique abilities and navigation rules. Once the long-awaited animal rework has been released in Update 8, we'll be diving straight into development on staff, including mechanics for one of the game's new control pillars, logistics management. This is an evolution of the produce station gameplay we spoke in June's Dev Diary. Now better designed to work with staff integration, please stay tuned for more news on staff over the coming months, but for now, let's talk animals. I agree. The animal rework has been progressing very well. We've made great headway with animals in August and have got them wandering around and recognizing interactions with the new locomotion systems. Animals make choices depending on their internal statistics like stamina, endurance, health, and metabolism. These stats push and pull on the animal's needs, determining when they should rest, find food, and how long their meal will last before they must eat again. Seemingly simple mechanics like this weren't part of the old AI system, and will have a huge impact on future features like hunting. Perhaps the biggest downside to all this AI work is that it's very hard to visualize not only in devlogs, but even while we're working on it. To help us, we've built robust editor tooling that allows us to more accurately debug and see what animals are doing. The viewer shows a series of tasks animals must complete to accomplish their main goal, shifting columns depending on what has the current priority. And if we take a look here, we can see that right now they have it on roam and navigate. Right now this is like the navigating system, and right now this is just the action tree and showing us the navigation process. Tools like this are crucial as we make animals more reactive and lively. Speaking of, we've been working towards improving how additive and behavioral animations are handled. The goal is to let the AI contextually decide when to play animations so that animals can better express themselves, like socializing, becoming angry, resting, etc. Rather than relying on simple timers as per the current implementation. On top of this, we're working towards a basic herding implementation that will allow animals to form social groups. Each species has its own natural group sizing, whether that's a large herd, organized pack, or small pairing. The AI will naturally form multiple groups within a habitat if there are too many individuals of a given species, laying the potential foundation for the future combat encounters and territorial disputes. This is an area that will definitely be expanding upon down the line once fighting is in. So like, if you have a large herd of Edmontosauruses and it's the number that's been given, and then you decide to add like maybe 5 more, once fighting is in, most likely they will fight over territory depending on who wins. And maybe it just depends on which leader wins or which herd wins. Or a better way would probably be one large herd of Edmontosaurus and another large herd of Edmontosaurus, both of the same number. It just determines on which one is going to win, and sometimes that's usually up to the leaders. But if it was like the 5 Edmontosaurus and that large recommended number, then that one's going to be the winner, obviously. But if it's evenly matched, it might just be both the leaders. Anyways, in a couple of weeks, we should be able to give you a concrete release date for Update 8. Once the system side of the animal rework has been completed, we will not only need to port the current creatures over, but thoroughly test and ensure they're park ready. After the release of Update 8, we will be able to return to more regular content drops that add new species, pieces, and maps. There's not too much longer to wait. There we go. And Update 9's new species. The park's newest guest will be arriving from the land down under. Can you hear the thunder? Say hello to Muttaburrasaurus. I'm trying to do Australian right now and it's failing. It is failing. It's like sometimes, it's like one of those times where it's like out of nowhere you get it and it sounds totally right, and then the other hand is like when you try it to do like in front of people, it's just it cuts off and it's like, that's not right. That sounds bad. That was bad. Screw it, I'm leaving it in. But yeah, Muttaburrasaurus. Muttaburrasaurus looks beautiful. And this is Muttaburrasaurus Langdoni or Donnie, Langdoni, whichever one. This iconic Australian dinosaur lived during the early Cretaceous period, measuring in at around 8 meters long. Despite walking on only 2 legs, Muttaburrasaurus can be seen adopting a quadrupedal stance while drinking or going to lay down. I really do like this picture. It just looks like... I know hunting isn't in this game yet, and it looks like that this one's a male and this one's a female, due to the brightly colored of the air socket of the nose here, which, strangely enough, Muttaburrasaurus reminds me of a more, mainly due to its nose, and it just reminds me more of the proboscis monkeys in general when it comes to those types of noses. Muttaburrasaurus is a really beautiful animal, and not only that, but it's our first Australian animal too. So there we go. I really do like how both of them look. I feel like it matches, but back to what I was saying, I know there's no hunting, but it looks like they're both looking at like a predator. Like he just stood up and froze, and she's just like looking off there like there's a predator. Like they're just watching just to make sure. That's what it looks like to me. This is another good one, and this one's probably another male and female. Mainly due to the head, the nose here, and probably due to the more... Nah, it looks like they both have the same skin, except it's just under the eye and the nose. Because hers is more paler, while his is more like a orange-ish. He could be more darker than she is, but as of so far, they both have the same skin, except that he's got more orange. Just a little bit more orange. But I really do like how they look. Like other members of its group, this animal is best characterized by its large, protruding nose. Yep. Giving way to some particular snuffy vocalizations and snorts, Muttaburrasaurus will be making its way into your parks once Update 9 is released. I will be looking forward to it. And Update 9 will also include swimming! Along with new species, we've also been hard at work creating animation sets for the upcoming swimming behavior. Some animal groups are natural swimmers, graceful and efficient. Others are thankful they haven't drowned yet. Please look forward to seeing animals hit the water in Update 9. Okay, it's much bigger when you look on here. Muttaburrasaurus has a great swimming animation. Most animals will have this, well, of this group will have this, some sort of swimming animation, depending. And you can see how, for the Muttaburrasaurus, you can see how it uses its arms and its legs to help swim, while the Coelophysis here is not using its arms and is using more of its feet. Its arms are useless when it comes to the water. They might help a little bit, but it's totally useless, and so far it just knows that they're not going to help. T-Rex, same thing. A lot of times in the past we thought T-Rex wasn't a great swimmer. Nowadays we know that they were very hollow, and they could actually use their strong legs to help them get across the water, as we have also seen in Prehistoric Planet. Alright, Community Spotlight, which means we are at the end, and this is really good. Prehistoric Kingdom Velociraptor. It was created by Awesome Anth. Well done, Awesome Anth. Well done. This is great drawings, honestly. And here we have Gemini 98 with the Parasitheriums in a desert scrubland environment. Looks beautiful. And we have Mealy. I think that's how you say it. This actually looks pretty good too. I really do like it. Oh my gosh, I have not played this game in a while now. I need to play it again. But I think I'll wait. Thank you for reading August's Dev Diary. We hoped you enjoyed this month's progress update, and that you're looking forward to getting a closer look at the art book and soundtrack later this year. As we stated, we expect things to pick up pretty quickly once Update 8 is released. Development has been progressing very well, and we anticipate the announcement of a release date in the next couple of weeks. Until next time, the PK team. Alright, so as you heard it, that is it. Now, before we actually do go, I want to see if this will work this time. My internet is finally working, so we can go ahead, take a listen to it before we actually leave. So, yeah, Mudaborosaurus is a complete surprise. I don't think anybody saw this animal coming in. Nor do I think this animal was actually mentioned way in the beginning when they put out the first 50 animals. So, Mudaborosaurus may have just is probably one of the animals that they have put in to replace those original 4, to which I only remember maybe 1 or 2 of them. But Mudaborosaurus is a great addition to the game, and I'm just thrilled to see what the next new species will be once Update 8 has been released. Like, we know that Velociraptor's coming in with Update 8. But I mean, like, once after Update 8 has been finished, I wonder what the new species will be, or maybe a couple of new species will be for Update 10 and 11. Who knows? We'll see. But so far, let's go ahead and check out how many animals do we actually have. Alright, so we still have these 2 species, which the skin doesn't match the Mudaborosaurus, nor does the back. So it's not the Mudaborosaurus, that's this one. And it's definitely not this one. So these are the upcoming ones. But so far, and it says we have 27, but for dinosaurs, we have 5, 10, 15, 21 dinosaurs. We have 4 mammals. And we still have 2 mini exhibits. Remember the days where it was just 3 mammals? And only 1 of these? And only like, what, 20... what was it? Like 15 of these guys? I think it was. I don't know. I can't remember. But we're going to be getting 2 more. This one in Update 8 and this one in Update 9. And of course the early access is, for Animal-wise, is only going to be going up to 50 animals. So we still got a long way to go for Animal-wise. But yeah, until then, I will see you all hopefully very shortly.